Nithin Kamath, Zerodha, he said, while I understand Pullela Gopichand's concerns, I'm just reading it out because in case somebody is listening to this on an audio platform, I'm just reading out this. So Nithin Kamath says, while I understand Pullela Gopichand's concern that, quote, unless you are rich, don't make your child a sports person. I have a different view. I think this is just the headline of that article that has been pulled out. Imagine studying something you don't like or being stuck in a field when you know that your skills are useful elsewhere. Odds are you may end up being less than average compared to people who are more suited to the field you hate. In this case, how can you expect job security? This is all the more problematic in the AI first world we are entering. This applies to sports as well. If someone is passionate about sports, takes a shot at being a professional and fails, there are more alternatives today than ever. You can become a coach or a personal trainer. There's more demand for such folks today than at any point. We are seeing trend of some of that, and then he mentions people where they're going in. I'm not reading that out. People are willing to pay for personal training and coaching. We need a few of these to scale well, such as what X, whatever the person, has been able to do for professionals for home services. So he's saying that there are more options today than earlier. Say in my time or in even by your time, the options were, like you said, Tatas, or you got a job in, say, a public sector undertaking, railways or bank job or something like that you got, and that's what it was. But today there are these things that matter. Even middle class people have access to gyms today as compared to when I was, entering the professional field. No chance of any gyms. How many were there in Delhi? Lesser in the smaller towns and cities. Today, even in tier 2 towns, there are gyms and personal trainers. And many of the trainers who are there are people who couldn't get into competitive sports. So Nithin Kamath, I think, is trying to say that there are options, so don't be disheartened, is what he's probably saying. Do you agree with that?
I think I think it's good to have, even if he's having a different view than mine. It's a good point to debate, and let
And he can probably put in the money, no?
yeah, all views are acceptable. All views are good. I think you have a view which is different from me, but that's no point. And since let people who are entrepreneurs who build big institutions, big organizations, let them find a solution for it. And all I'm looking at is to have a decent solution for the problem. And today, when I won my junior nationals, I got a job. We had in the petrol. I work for Indian Oil. We had Bharat Petroleum, we had HPCL, we had ONGC, we have Oil India, we have EIL, we have HPCL, all of them recruiting people. Today, all of them have stopped. Literally, all of them have stopped. We actually had banks, we used to have so many other avenues. And when 30 people were playing, we used to have 20 jobs. Today, that number has become 30,000.
Arey, what has happened to you people, bhai? Why are you not recruiting sports persons? Now we've just named them. Can you please get your HR department to recruit them? This is ridiculous. I can't believe that this is what has happened, that public sector undertakings are not recruiting. I think you should, absolutely should. I can understand private sector with small departments not being able to have.
But the problem doesn't end, and I agree with Nikhil Kamath on this also.
Yeah, Nithin, I think, said it. But anyway.
Nithin said. Okay, I agree with Nithin on this, that there is an issue. That jobs are not the solution. I don't want my top level athletes who are world class athletes to go and join a PSU or a clerical work somewhere or a subedar in an office, in an army or something. I'm not demeaning those jobs. But that is not what they are meant to be. They could be much better off. But at least give them that safety net and skill them and they could be great entrepreneurs. They could build businesses. They could be great in personal coaches. They could be coaches. Many other fields are there. Just handhold them and bring them to the next level is all I'm talking. And those jobs, ideally, they should not be doing those jobs. They're not built for those jobs. But at least you have a safety. By chance you fail. You have nothing else to do, nothing inspires you, at least you have this job. That's the basic thing for somebody who's played for the country, who's won for the country, who's burnt his life for the country. Just give him a basic job is what we are talking.
Do subscribe to the ANI Clips channel to get shorter versions of this podcast. Click here to watch the full episode.